really just show off to the world. And speaking of awesome sets to show off to the world, oh my goodness, we have Mistral and we have Ikana. And, you know, we've been getting a lot of Wisconsin sets. We've been getting a lot of Wisconsin versus the world, or Wisconsin facing Wisconsin with just off in the Perminator. Now we have, I believe, Minnesota and Chicago going at it with, I'd say that 2 player bases where I think there's like maybe like 1 or 2 Kazuyas that you see like in the Chicagoland area. You don't see a lot of Sheiks out in the world.
No.
Especially in Minnesota.
I mean, and now we got our second one of today. Of this block, we started with Fatalis, and now we got Ikana starting things off. Could go with the Young Link. I don't think we will see it. Probably going to go for...
No, we are.
Was I wrong? I was wrong.
I was about to say, if I had a nickel for the number of time we saw Sheiks in the set, apparently we only have 1 nickel.
Still only got 1 nickel, but still, the Young Link is just as good. I get it. Like, honestly, I would, if we're talking about the spectrum of Smash characters, Kazuya and Sheik are on the exact opposite sides. They do the same thing, but Kazuya hits you 5 times and your stock is gone. Sheik hits you 5 times and you might need a Band-Aid. They're not comparable characters. Young Link is at least a zoner, has those solid combos that we're already starting to see. No, actually, we're not starting to see that because Mistral's just shielding everything.
Yeah, this is where, like, you know, I really do say, like, the appeal of this Young Link against, instead of that Sheik, is that you have that, like, that really quick cadence of those projectiles from Young Link is arguably, for a character who's kind of, like, you know, fallen off in the meta for a little bit, that is, like, definitely one of the biggest strengths. Yeah, the combo game, like, might be a little bit solved. Yeah, it might be, like, you know, pretty linear compared to maybe what it was considered back in, like, 2018. But when you have those quick fire arrows, when you have those quick boomerangs, and that quick little, shimmies with the nairs or the bears to confirm into kills, that's really all that you need. You pile up all this damage, as Ikana has been doing.
And as you were talking, analyzing this matchup, Ikana's been moving and grooving to 124 on Mistral, but just has not been able to find stock, and Mistral just as troublesome trying to find it as well. But a quick 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 4 hits. Regardless, not taking the stock just yet. My gosh, these guys are holding on to these stocks like their life depends on it. But that life is gone for Ikana now, as Mistral takes the lead and still has Rage Drive. There it goes though. 58% onto Ikana's second stock and bolstering that lead. Oh, almost got that spike with the Nair though.
Who needs combos when you could just like bring Ikana immediately to 87%, almost bring the end to the second stock from this Young Link player. You're trying to just like stay still. You're trying to run away from the big scary man, but when he just wants to hit you with an electric punch, there's not that much you can even do when you want to try and get this kill.
He's supposed to hit you with electric. Why are you stopping the man from his passion?
Look, there's that like question about like whether Young Link can't get that kill. I know that's a big reason why Ikana kind of switched to the Sheik for a lot of these matchups. But Mistral's been more than happy to say, yeah, you might get a little bit of this damage. You might be able to annoy me with those fire arrows, with these boomerang. But if you can't take the kill, then guess what? You're always at kill percent.
Yep. That's the tough part about playing against Kazuya is that you can do everything you want, but at the end of the day, one electric just might decide it.
I like this a little bit. Another big thing that kind of Ikana seems to bring to this plate, and this Young Link pick seems to be bringing, is those grabs. But you have even longer range. When you have that laser like that, what does it even matter?
Man, that laser is so good. Especially when you just have that angle on lock and you know where your opponent is going to be. Knowing that Ikana has been going low, just calling it out with the laser, taking that second stock, and now playing with a lead as Kazuya, one of the best spots you can be in Smash. And now with these massive combos, 65%, one more. Yeah, you could throw those haymakers out because you got that big lead and you're willing to do whatever it takes and punch it through that projectile. Is Mistral taking that first game?
You know, we were talking about how those projectiles, their cadence is so high that it might be annoying, and Mistral just said, what projectiles? You think that's going to stop this giant fist? You think that's going to stop that forward smash? I'm punching my ticket into this top 32, and no little fire arrow is going to even stop me.
It could have been a fire arrow, it could have been a bomb, it could have been anything. I don't even remember. All I remember is that big punch coming through clutch for Mistral.
We didn't even see like a lot of like the longer combos necessarily. I mean, we've seen from so many Kazuyas in the stage just how far that advantage state can go. This is where like the neutral that Mistral really brings really shines out as a player. Is you're getting like, you know, the hits that you need to. And you kind of need to rely on that neutral if you do want to get in against this matchup specifically, against this Young Link.
Young Link, a tough character to crack, but not for Mistral is what it's looking like. Mistral is a very, very powerful player. Ikana also very strong in their own right, but nah, you don't want to be on those ledges. Be on those ledges in the middle of the stage, and you're still getting it comboed.
Mistral's just happy to sit in that shield.
No.
These parries are on point. He's looking for the Hell's Gate. Mistral, this Kazuya is so ready, just so willing to engage when Ikana just wants to get something going. You have that frame advantage. You have the frame data that Young Link just has that's so prevalent. But when you're able to parry it, when you can get that defensive option instead, then suddenly that's all out of the window. Then you're kind of expecting or waiting for that Young Link player to overextend just a little bit.
Yeah, and it's been like the defensive play style of game 1 for Ikana seemed like it was working, and then Mistral kind of figured it out at the end. But now, in this game 2, starting with such a deficit, Ikana has to really slow things down and try anything he can to bring it back. Yeah, going straight for the up B is going to do it. Finally getting that bomb combo to connect. Oh, okay, here's a little something.
Now we're backing off. I like that from Ikana, moving back just a little bit of the way, kind of expecting something aggressive coming out from Mistral. And the percent seem to be evening up just a little bit more. This is where Ikana and where this Young Link ping is really going to pan out.
We'll see how Mistral adapts to the multiple options being thrown out in his face. At the moment, it's just that run in, throw out a move, see if it hits, and then run back. Ikana then taking advantage of that by getting these little projectiles in and out. Moving in and out of Mistral's air zone pretty effectively at the moment, avoiding any lethal hits. But unfortunately, there's that glowing red that you hate to see if you are playing against Kazuya. Gotta stay ready for anything, and that fire arrow certainly is going to keep it even.
Keeping it even.
Ooh, there it goes. There goes that rage drive.
They're keeping it even. The rage drive is now gone, but let's be real. This demon, he's always angry. He's always ready to just get any sort of kill just like that.
That's my secret, Ikana.
That's the secret. I'm always angry. This is the Hulk in real form.
Always got that up B, always ready to take stocks when needed. Not as strong as that down B is, but oh man, air dodge around, but I don't even know what that was. But that was like the last hit of forward air.
These were like the quickest hits. Those nairs from Young Link, so powerful, so strong. Ikana going back to a little bit of this camp game and building up a little bit of that percent.
Playing exponentially better than that first game. Oh no, yeah, this might be it.
Oh no. The link back onto the platform, that little DI mix-up, the little switch-up with the Nair. Mistral was able to carry it all the way through. I feel you. I feel you, Mochi.
It was, you know, they have the game. It's like, what is it, a Link Beyond Time? Was that the